Hi, this is Tammy Griffith with Premier Utah Real Estate. Today we're going to do a little different type of video. I wanted to give you some of the pros and cons of moving to Tooele County. Okay, so don't hate me. I wrote a list and I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything. So I'll be referring back and forth to it. And the first thing that I don't like about Tooele County, it's really Utah in general, is that it's dry. You need moisturizer. I'm always having to use moisturizer. I have to use these drops for my eyes because I have dry eye. That's something that I don't like about Utah in general. But to some people that's not a big deal. Mosquitoes. There's mosquitoes in our early spring. For about 2 weeks, you have to have 99% DEET. But then mosquito abatement comes in, they spray, hopefully it's a safe chemical, they spray, and then we don't have to deal with them very much at all anymore. There is some travel congestion between Tooele and Stansbury and the Lake Point. There's congestion there. There's really only one way to get to Salt Lake from Tooele and one way back. The nice thing is that there is a new freeway that's going to be coming in that's going to help all of that. If there's an accident when you're coming home from Salt Lake during rush hour, then it really bottlenecks and that kind of sucks. It is a little bit easier to get to Grantsville. Deer in your yard. In a lot of places in Tooele County, we have the deer come down and they get in our yards. And for some people, this is great because they love the wildlife. I thought it was really cool at first too, but they eat my trees, they eat my tulips, and I don't love the deer coming in the yard. I love them in somebody else's yard, but I don't love them in my yard. And then for some people, this isn't a bad thing, but you can't buy alcohol anywhere in Utah that is more than just like your beer type items, beer, wine coolers, things like that. You can buy those in gas stations and grocery stores. But as for like whiskey, I don't know, harder type liquors, you have to buy that at a liquor store, and they are not open on Sunday. And then we don't have a Costco or a Target here in Tooele, and that really sucks because you do have to go about 35, 45 minutes to get to a Costco or Target. But it also gives you a chance to get to Salt Lake and do some of those errands that you don't get to do every day. So those are kind of the most of my cons, and then I wanted to go through some of the pros that I like about here. Our home prices in Tooele County are still better than the counties that are surrounding us, Utah County and Salt Lake County, Davis County, things like that. So that's a good thing. You can get more of a house in Tooele than you can get in those counties. We have several great places for work. Our unemployment is really low. We have Cabela's, Walmart Distribution Center, Purple, Detroit Diesel, several of those bigger type companies, and then we have a lot of smaller type companies too. So it's really easy to find a job here in Tooele County. ATV and hiking trails are everywhere. We can literally drive from our backyard and go up into the mountains on our side-by-side, and there's so many hiking trails. Like any direction you go, there's going to be a hiking trail. And then golf courses. We have 3 really good golf courses, one in Stansbury, one in Overlake, one in Tooele. So if you're a golfer, it's great for you. Camping, like we have a couple of designated camping grounds here in Tooele, but you can pretty much camp anywhere on the public lands. So there's a lot of different places you can camp, and then you don't have to pay a fee. It is dry camping, so you have to be ready with your generator and your water and all of that, but you can pretty much, there's so many places to camp. And so that's really great. We have 3 great reservoirs for fishing, for paddleboarding, for kayaking. We have one in Tooele, one in Grantsville, and one in Vernon. So those are really great. The Millimurra Sports Park is out at out by Deseret Peak complex, and there's a lot of really great events that happen there, and there's really a lot of great racing and stuff like that. So if you're into that kind of thing, that's a huge pro for Tooele County. We have the Deseret Peak complex. They have a huge pool. They have rodeos, what do they call it? The crash up derby type things. There's a lot of events that go on there, including the Tooele County Fair. So that is a really great benefit for Tooele County. We have the salt flats. Like you can go out to salt flats. A lot of people go out there and they take amazing, amazing photos. It's a really great place for photography. And it's kind of just fun to go and see it and see like the different movies that were filmed there, like Independence Day. If my husband was here, he could tell you all of them. But I know Independence Day because I remember that one. But it is a really fun place to go. And then Wendover. Wendover is in Tooele County. So you go to Wendover and then cross the state line. There you have Wendover. So if you want to go gambling, it's like an hour and a half from Tooele itself. And so that's a really, it's kind of a benefit. We're a little bit closer to gambling here. So anyway, I'm sure there's a lot more pros than I'm coming up with. I didn't want to take up all of the time and tell all the pros of Tooele County. We love living here, and it's great. There's always going to be some negatives anywhere you live, but we just wanted to give you a few of them and just have a little bit of fun with it. So hope you enjoy. Thanks. Oh, and I forgot, we don't have a Chick-fil-A. We need to fix that.